Annie.
And I'm Zach. We just got back from a week in Dunkeld in Perthshire.
And it was absolutely gorgeous. We knew it was going to be. It's one of our family's favorite places to go on holiday. And so, yeah, that's what's going to be in this video. Just showcasing all the different things that we did with the family. And that's pretty much it.
How to survive a week with 3 kids and entertain them.
And cousins. So it was not just our family, but also Zach's brother, his children, his parents, and then his aunt and uncle came along towards the end of the trip. So it was a good time and all. And the other thing we're going to be doing.
Oh, goodness. We got berated in the comments about how we tested our Marmite. So we're going to do it properly this time. Toast, butter, Marmite.
But just the tiniest layer of Marmite, apparently. So we did it horribly wrong. For anyone out there who were using us as a guide, don't go by that. We're going to give it a fair shot.
Yeah, who would have thought? Don't scoop Marmite straight from the top.
Apparently the people who even like Marmite don't like it that way. So yeah, we'll give that a go in a few minutes here. But let's get into talking about Dunkeld first.
Yeah. So day 1 was basically just a travel day. We couldn't get into the house until about 4 or 5 p.m. So we kind of aimed for that. 1 minute countdown until we're at our cottage.
Oh, horses!
There are horses. That's nice.
Horses!
Oh no! Well done.
Yeah.
Here comes the cottage. Upstairs with 2 bedrooms over there. Then over into this area is the grandparents' room. Then you come through a nice sitting room, wood-burning fireplace. Nothing nicer than that on a cold, rainy day. We have this beautiful view. Look out those windows.
What are you doing, Mom?
Just taking a quick video. Coming from the sitting room, there's a nice hallway that leads to the kitchen and dining and living space. But you come in to this bathroom, which is quite impressive. Look at this tub. And then 2 pedestal sinks. A big shower. Hi. And then look at this view from here. Same one as the other room, but absolutely gorgeous. You have those ferns, the mountains, rolling landscape. This is the back of the property that we're staying at. Look at that view. And then they have a whole center for the kids, a playground, play structure, trampoline, orchards. Yeah. Same views you have from the front of the house, just absolutely stunning. In the back of the house, they did an extension. So not only do they have 3 bedrooms on the left side, which was the original, we assume, they did the extension off the back, which gives you another 3 bedrooms. So this place is 6 beds, 3 baths, Look at that. You can see the water. And then around here.
Getting down. Oh, wow, free. Please help me.
Look what the kids found.
You should come in.
Got up there, just had a lazy night, and got ready for our first adventure the next day.
Which is my absolute favorite thing that we did, I think. And that is just walking the Hermitage.
Yeah, it's essentially a woodland with a river running through it and ancient little stone structures, giant trees,
Waterfalls.
yeah, various paths, just nature at its finest, quite honestly. It's
Caves for the kids to explore. There's just a little bit of everything.
and some really yummy donuts at the end as well, or the start, depending which way you do it.
But if you want to go see some magnificent trees, just huge trees, green everywhere, this is the place to go.
Yeah, and for kids or people who aren't in shape or whatever, it's a really flat walk. We've never really adventured too far off the main track.
No, because we always have the buggy as well, so we want to make sure that it's flat enough or just not too many rocks and stones, boulders to climb over.
But we stopped a bunch and looked in all the areas, and what would it take, like maybe an hour or hour and a half, something like that. So if you want to power walk it, you can get through it pretty quick. If you want to take your time, which is what we would suggest, it's a good hour and a half of your day. And that's dependent on which trail you take.
So that was pretty much our day one. Day two, what did we do day two?
Day two was Dunkeld, just exploring the town of Dunkeld. All right, made it to Dunkeld. It's pretty as ever. Off to try and tire out the kids at the local playground and then do a little exploring.
Yeah, we might go to, there's a place right on the river that has amazing pizzas and just very kid-friendly, some music sometimes. So we're going to see if that's open today. It's a Monday, so
Fingers crossed, we'll see.
Could be iffy, but who knows? Wish us luck. What did you go for today?
Just local draft lager.
And what do you think?
It's good.
10 out of 10?
Okay. The surrounding and the atmosphere helps. So
Yeah, the
10 out of
surrounding
10.
is amazing. Here, you can get me drinking mine. And what did I go for?
I don't know. What did you go for?
I think it was an orange IPA.
Cheers.
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 Can I go down?
Sure.
Oh, is it?
So after pizza, we thought, let's go explore another play park on the other side of the river.
And walk off the pizza as well.
So we started to make our way there. This is when Zach's parents caught up with us. And this guy started looking precarious. It was supposed to be a beautiful sunny day for the whole day, but we were caught off guard.
Yeah. There was little sprinklings going on, and we thought it would kind of blow over. But yeah, we were on the other side of the River Tay, walking towards the playground, and all of a sudden you could see it coming over the hills, just this sheet of rain. And we knew then it didn't look good, so we took some shelter under some trees, but it didn't really let up. So
Downpour. The kids loved it.
I think 50% of us had some rainproof attire, so not well prepared. But it wasn't passing over, so we just had to go for it and get back to our cars and get out of there. But
we didn't make it to that play park.
no, that's true. A few soggy feet, but yeah, all the kids did great, and just what to expect if you're in the outdoors in Scotland, I guess. Bright sunshine to torrential downpour in a matter of minutes. So,
but then that evening, it cleared up again, and we went on a walk around 9 p.m. with Zach's family, and that was absolutely stunning, breathtaking. The days that it rains in those evenings, it was just so, I don't even know how to explain it, like majestic. The colors were muted, but then there were bright pops of this purple in the thistle, and what are the other little...
Foxgloves?
Yes. Those are my favorite flowers, but they were just everywhere, and it was so stunning. And then you'd see against the green landscape, and then you'd see little pups of white, which were the sheep all coming out as well.
And he's still got a fascination with sheep.
I do.
We've been to this cottage, I guess we'll call it, before, so we've done these walks before, but it's still amazing how pretty it all is. And yeah, again, it was 9 p.m. at night, but based on the light, it could have been 3 or 4 in the afternoon, which makes it even easier to enjoy.
Talking about the sheep, we had this little sheep friend, and the first day he started off probably no closer than 30 yards, maybe more than that.
Yeah, he managed to somehow escape from the field that borders the house we were hiring, and
he liked the grass on our property.
The grass is greener on our side, apparently.
So he would just circle our cottage, and I was always trying to capture him with my camera, and I just couldn't. He was so elusive. So then over the next few days, he made his way closer and closer and closer until finally the last day, he was just outside of our window. I opened up the window. I could have almost touched him. I wasn't going to, but I was just trying to get the best shot, and he saw me, his little chubby butt scurried off.
Yeah, I think he was having more fun than Annie.
He was. He knew what he was doing.
If it was a game, the sheep definitely won, because Annie not only didn't get the shot she was looking for, but also managed to embarrass herself a number of times as well. So
yes.
So the next day, even the weather forecast said that the weather wasn't looking great. So we found this place just outside of Perth called Kids Active Adventure, which has both an indoor and an outdoor play area for the kids. It's got a cafeteria for grabbing food, it's got animals, it's got all this stuff. And it was actually fairly reasonably priced for how these things are. Some of these adventure play places can be quite expensive.
And when we got there, it was starting to drizzle outside.
Yeah.
So we started indoors, which is this beautiful wooden structure, and big enough for us to join the kids.
Just about. And he came away with, well, I'd say minor injury, but she's still wearing it on her back of her shoulder.
Giant bruise, cut, a gouge, but we all survived.
Yeah, it's almost like a wooden tree house adventure plaything indoors. It was really, really fun, actually. Kids had a great time. There's a little area for little babies and under 3s. And we were in that for, I think, 90 minutes is your allotted time, which was plenty of time. The kids were ready for something different. Like, they'd done everything and they were nice and tired. So perfect at that time, the weather started to clear up. And we went to something that was way more than we expected it to be.
I guess I wasn't expecting too much, but this place had crazy golf, it had basketball, it
Two
had
giant place, like a pirate ship and a castle and animals and
slides that you ride in a haystack down.
like pedal cars,
Trampolines.
swings,
And then tons of different animals. There were cows, sheep, Shetland ponies,
pigs, big pigs.
giant pigs, and just fun for everyone. I don't know a child that wouldn't love this place.
Yeah. Typically in these things, it's like you see the pictures, you're like, oh, well, they're kind of showing you everything. But this one seemed to actually show less than what they had. So definitely recommend that place. So much so that we got there, I think, at 9:30 in the morning for the indoor part, and ended up staying until about 4 in the afternoon. There was enough to keep everybody happy and busy all day.
Food choices were good.
Yeah, grab some lunch there as well, and highly recommend it.
Yep.
Right after that, and right next door, is the Steward Tower Dairy.
Yes. So at this point, it was chucking down rain, and we decided we were wet and cold, so why not go get an ice cream?
The perfect Scottish weather for ice cream. Any weather.
And that place, I'd recommend going there as well. Ice cream was tasty.
Yeah. Had a little almost like farm shop where you could buy like steak pies, lasagnas, pre-made. They looked nice, fresh, farm shoppy meals. They had a little cafeteria. You could sit in if you wanted to, but we just went straight for the ice cream counter.
Sweets.
In, out.
Sweets and baked goods for everyone
Yeah.
as well. Zach went for his classic.
Always got to try vanilla. Pretty good. And it was good ice cream as well.
It
so
was.
Can't complain at all. And then 20-ish, 25 minutes back to our little place in Dunkeld and some dinner, and that wrapped up that day pretty much.
Oh, our sheep. Oh, running away. The next day was our bike hire. So we went back into
Loading.
Dunkeld.
Loading.
And went to Progression Bikes because we had already pre-booked that one, and they were waiting for us. Everything was perfect for the kids. 2 of them got electric assisted bikes.
We've used this place before. I want to say it's the only bike hire place in Dunkeld, but the guys there are super helpful.
Yeah.
Really nice. They didn't quite have all the right sizes for the kids, but they worked with us and made it work with that extra seat adjustments and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, like Annie said, 2 of the kids had electric assist mountain bikes, which they were thrilled about, which just added.
We gave that a go too. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a nice little addition. So yeah, the five kids, 4 of them, 4 kids who own bikes.
Yes, and then we were walking our daughter in the buggy with the grandparents. So the children left us in their dust today. Big change from last year, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what happens when you put kids on bikes and you decide to walk. So I'm sure they'll be fine.
Last year we had to take so many breaks. We had some new riders, and then this year it's obvious they've had some training, and yeah, they're nowhere in sight.
It's an out and back track, so if they get lost, just turn around, come back, and find us, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. But we'll also keep you updated.
It feels safe, so yeah.
We were just walking along the other side of the River Tay this time, so the switch of where we're doing the previous day, it's nice again, flat. A lot of it's very paved, and I think it goes for 2 to 3 miles, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, you pass by this really nice hotel. I forget the name of it.
I can't remember
But
either.
Annie got some really nice pictures of it. A little bit above our station, but it looks nice on the outside.
Maybe
for sure.
date night once in a while.
They got they do like fishing tours and guided fishing and all that sort of stuff. So there's salmon in the river there. Anyway, the kids bombed along that. We did our best to keep up and enjoyed the scenery.
There's a fork in the road, and now we have to make a tough decision. Do we go right or do we go left to the rock pool? Here we go, to the rock pool. Okay, rock pool and ivy tree pool. Let's go see what this is about. Look at this gem we found. just hiding. Could barely see it from above.
We got a really good price on renting this for a week with the 3 kids. And then once we made it back into Dunkeld, grabbed some food.
Yes, we had a picnic lunch just out in the open. It was gorgeous. The sun held out for us, so that was nice. And went to one of the local cafes, grabbed stuff for us, and then the kids preferred a little snack lunch from the co-op, so we got stuff for them there. And it was just glorious.
Yeah. And it was going so well this year, we decided to keep going on the bikes. So we went back to the playground that we had tried to go on the rain day.
Yes.
Again, cycled all the way along there. This one's more of a sort of dirt path, but still nice and flat and easy for the kids.
Which brought us close to the Beatrix Potter Museum.
Which is in Burnham, which is just right outside. Well, it's basically joined up to Dunkeld, but...
Yep.
Yeah.
So we all made our way there, enjoyed the gardens there, looked at the shop. Had an ice cream because you can't get enough ice cream on holiday.
It was sunny, so we had
It
to.
was sunny. And the kids had a wonderful time just hanging out, really, in those pretty gardens. And they have little bits and bobs around, so different things for them to explore. It was fun.
Yeah, and then by that time it was getting to almost like 4 o'clock because we were getting close to having to take the bikes back. So back we went, back into Dunkeld, dropped the bikes off, and I think my brother was tracking how long we were going for, and I think the kids ended up cycling about 11 miles. So it was easy bedtime that night for all the kids and all the adults as well. So just another fantastic day, just surrounded by the scenery, enjoying the sort of the simpleness of trails and scenery and some bikes. So it was a lot of fun.
So the next day was our last full day, and that was the day that your aunt and uncle were coming up. We were going to do an afternoon tea together, hosted by us.
They brought the cakes.
They brought everything pretty much, and we did the tea. But it was nice. But before that, we went to Pitlochry, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's just another quaint little town, maybe 30 minutes away from Dunkeld-ish.
Yep.
Something like that. Again, I used to go there a whole lot with my grandparents on holiday, and they used to have a little kids like adventure thing with little bumper cars and all that sort of stuff, which is no longer there, but they do have a nice playground. They've got a little railway station with a cool bookshop right next to it.
Yep, I think that's where we started. So they all went and picked out their books. They were only about £1 each, so that was nice. And had a good time doing that, and they were waiting for trains, but nothing was coming. So made our way back into town, and we were looking for a play park. And then we actually got some food there as well.
Yes, we stopped off. I think the weather was a bit overcast, so we stopped in and got a little sweet treat at one of the many cafes there. Everyone was delighted with their selection, and then we were fueled up, went for a little walk, went to the playground, and it's got a really, really nice playground there right by the, I think it's like there's a rugby football pitch, and I think they had their little Highland games in that down that area. I can't remember what exactly if it has a name or what it's called, but enough on the playground to suit children from 2 to 8 years old. So
And then we realized that our rain jackets weren't proper rain jackets. So
Yes.
in all these different days, we'd get home and our backs would be wet.
Well,
and we thought we were wearing rain
yeah,
jackets,
and
but apparently...
I think it's more Annie bought a really nice like Columbia jacket off Facebook Marketplace in the States, and it was advertised as waterproof.
not.
But on that first rain day, Annie gave it to one of our kids, and he was wearing it and got to the car and was still wet. Yeah. So we realized there was a problem. So Annie and my mom scurried off and bought themselves, or at least bought Annie an actual Scottish rain jacket.
Yes.
So
And you can tell because as soon as you put it on, it's instant sweat.
yeah,
I could definitely tell the difference
they
between a waterproof rain jacket and just a
Fake.
water-resistant rain jacket.
yeah.
And I'd highly recommend Pitlochry.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful town and hanging flower baskets everywhere, quite picturesque. But unfortunately, I was so caught up in the moment because there was a bagpiper playing.
Yeah, little kid, he must have been like, what, 12, 14 maybe?
Yep.
Just on the street playing his bagpipes.
It was good.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching him and trying to film at the same time, and when I played back my footage, I realized that every time I thought I was filming, I had turned off the camera, so that was a bummer. I didn't get any of that, sorry.
Yeah, we're learning.
Definitely learning. So from that point, we went back home and had our afternoon tea with family.
Yep.
And that pretty much wrapped up that day.
Yeah. And then the last day was just packing day. We had to be at the house by, I think, 10 in the morning. So kids were playing while the grown-ups were packing up. And I think we somehow managed to come away with more stuff than we went up there with.
Always happens.
We obviously took some food and stuff with us to begin with, but the car seemed more packed on the way back, which always surprises us. But yeah, we stopped on the way back to our home at, what is the name of that place?
I don't remember the name, but you could see gliders.
Yes.
And it was floor to ceiling windows. So we sat in the, I guess it was sort of like a conservatory off
Basically,
the back
yeah.
of the
Farm
shop.
shop, yeah.
And watched all these planes and gliders going along. So our kids were loving that and had a delicious lunch. Their soup,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, I was kind of a little bit off the beaten track, and there wasn't very many people there, so it was perfect when you have 11 people or however many people we had. But yeah, nice little lunch, and then it was home time.
Yep. And that brings us back to here. We are now at our house. We had our official first night.
Yeah.
And looking forward to sharing all that we're doing. This coming week, we actually have, I think we've been teasing a little bit with this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Zach's been waiting. I'll let you reveal.
Yeah. So the house doesn't have a garage, so what we decided to do is build a garden room in our back garden, and that is going to be our gym / utility room. Hopefully mainly gym, because that's going to be sort of my space to do as I please. But yeah, I'm excited. It unfortunately got delayed by about a month due to some shipping and supply issues out of our control. But this worked out well, that we're back now, and the build starts on Monday. So fingers crossed for the weather and everything goes smoothly, and we'll try and show you how that goes.
And that's it for this week. So
Almost. Marmite time.
Oh yeah. Okay. We're gonna get to that now.
And cut.
Hold tight. Toast. The more butter, the better. So let's do it the proper way. Now for the magic. Across the bottom. Okay. All right, back in action. Shall we?
I suppose. Let's.
Don't go for the one with less. Cheers. $1,000 times better.
Yeah, it's definitely taking it right out of the pot was not a good idea.
I like it. Do you?
I wouldn't go that far.
Try
But
this one. Mine had less. I actually very much like this, done this way.
It gives it like a little sort of meaty, almost flavor, I think. But
Salty on top of the butter.
I think I'll just
That's
take
a good combo.
Still just take the butter, I think. Wow. Got a convert here.
I am very hungry. But, Marmite is a win. I like it.
All right. Myth busted, I guess. Don't eat Marmite straight from the pot. Who would have guessed?
Oh. Goodbye.